What's up, guys? It's the Bearded Wonder, Gaibriul here, and finally, that day is upon us. It is Friday, it is the first week of the Battle Union, and I'm here to bring you my battle against Squirtacular of the Kentucky Kecleons. Unfortunately, during my, let's just say, nervousness, my anxiousness, my heart palpitations, I actually buggered up with the recording, so I'm having to bring this to you as a post-commentated Wi-Fi battle. However, you know, that's I don't mind doing that, and if you prefer seeing these for the PBL, well, that's definitely not it. For the TBU, and please let me know, because I'll consider doing it. Have got a beautiful layout all ready for you. It's going to be after all this lot, but first of all, let's basically just go through the team that I've decided to bring. Now, if you didn't see my team preview video, check it out. It explains all my choices. First of all, I will be bringing the all-powerful, the mighty, my mega, Altaria. That thing is an absolute beast. It's going to be my physical attacker, and you can check out all its stats and things on the team preview, which I'll be saying quite a lot through this little bit. The next Pokemon I decided to bring was, of course, that almighty, the all-powerful Espeon. Yeah, that little dude is awesome. It's a special attacker. It's got magic bounce. You know the shtick. You know how it's going to work. Following that, I wanted some familiarity. So I brought that Escavalier. Again, awesome poke. Going to be using it quite a lot throughout the series because it's amazing. Following that, I don't know why I keep saying it like that. Gliscor is the next Pokemon I chose. It's a Toxic Orb Gliscor with Tailwind, Taunt. It's all fancy shenanigans, and you'll get to see them all in this battle. It's all great. Excitement. Excitement. Don't know why I'm looking around the place. There's just cameras all around me. You know, you can do 360 of me. I can't do that. Don't know why I just said it. The next Pokemon that I'm bringing will be the almighty, the bloody lovely little Rotom Heat for that Volt Switch choice scarfness, because it's going to be damn good all the time. And finally, I will be bringing Azumarill. So without further ado, anyway, let's actually just check out what my opponent's got for me. Just see that little preview bit, and then we'll go through that. There you go. So you can see he's brought that Shaman, he's brought the Scolipede, he's brought the Nidoking, the Frostlass, the Mega Charizard X, and Mew. If you'd seen my team preview, I did actually call 4 of those 6 Pokemon. The other 2 I didn't call, which were Shaman and Scolipede, and those 2 are, I'm scared of them, because I really didn't think he'd be bringing Scolipede, and that thing, as you'll see, is definitely a tasty little bugger. It's going to be difficult to deal with. I don't want to talk too much about this, though, because I want to get straight into the battle. I want to relive the moments, because it was so much fun to do, and just go straight into it. So let's have a little look at the battle. I do decide from that I want to lead off with my Escavalier, because I thought if he brings Mew, I want to be leading off with the Escavalier, try and bait him into a Will-O-Wisp. If he leads off with Scolipede and get an Iron Head, and it's a 2-hit KO. Simple as that. I knew that was the Pokemon I wanted to lead with, so I send out my Kane first of all, and he does lead with Mussolini, great name, with his Mew. I go for the switch out there, trying to actually just see what he's going to go for, to try and see what this Mew is, and he does go for the Will-O-Wisp. I mulled over my decision. I was going to go into Espeon, but I didn't want it to be synchronized Will-O-Wisp, so I went into the Rotom. Here, though, and I will just pause it a little bit, was the worst decision I've ever made in any battling. To break it down, I went for the Volt Switch. I had set in my mind, and I couldn't just persuade myself otherwise, that his Mew would go for Stealth Rock to try and set it up. It's what I thought. And then I thought, if not, he'll be going for Knockoff. I'm going to go into Espeon. And as I clicked Espeon, I thought, he's going to go for Knockoff. And this is going to do stupid amounts. And what does he do? What does he do when I switch in with the Espeon in just a second? That's right. He goes for He doesn't. He goes for Knockoff. He goes for Knockoff, as you'll see, and takes me down to a ridiculous amount of health, which means that I have to switch out with this now, knowing that, of course, we can take a knockoff on the Altaria. It's not resisted yet, but it has the Mega Stone, so it's not going to do that extra bulky damage. It's not Stab, it's a Mew. Especially defensive, most probably. I know that my Altaria can come in, and I also know I can bait him into possibly the Will-O-Wisp or to switch out. So on my first turn here, I choose to try and set up. I choose to go for the Dragon Dance, hoping he doesn't go for the Wisp. but knowing that if he does, I'll still be okay because I do have the heal bell. So as you'll see, I'm packing that Mega Evolution. We all know that because I'm not going to keep the normal Altaria because 1, I didn't draft it, and 2, because it's trash in comparison, as we all bloody well know. And I do go, he does, of course, go for the Will-O-Wisp. So great play by Squirtacular there, predicting me to bring a physical Altaria and getting it off anyway. I get the Dragon Dance. Now, the reason being mainly for doing that is because I wanted to fill him with a full sense of security. So he now thinks, okay, nothing else I can do with this Mew against this, I'm going to switch out. And on the switch out, I know I can get the heal bell, and a +1 return is going to smash anything, and also +1 speed is going to outspeed anything bar a Scarfer on his team. He does come in with the little bloody, gorgeous little Shishigami Shaman. I get the heal belt off. Now I'm perfectly clear, +1 speed, +1 attack, and I know I can smash this thing to pieces with a return. What surprised me though, is that is packing some definite physical defensive bulk. Look at it. That really ate that up considering it's +1 non-resisted. It was great, but it still is a 2-hit KO, even with the Leech Seed where he predicted me to switch out, and even with that leftover recovery as well. As you'll see, it puts him just around about halfway, maybe a little bit above, but at the same time, it's still going to take him out. So number 1 Pokemon down, it goes to Mega Altaria, and that is Shaman. It gets sent down. Now, even though I'm +1, I know I am not staying in against this little bugger, because 1, he's going to have Swords Dance, 2, he's probably going to have Baton Pass, 3, he's going to get Speed Investment, and 4, he's got Poison Jab. So I switched straight out into my only possible counter for this, because I was so scared of as soon as I saw it, I was like, shit, I didn't prepare for this. And I go into Gliscor, which can eat up hits all day long. Thinking, okay, I know I can take Pin Missile, Mega Horn, I can take all them. I need to stop this thing from Swords Dancing and Baton Passing to a Charizard. So I go for the Taunt. He does go for the Swords Dance, knowing, of course, he can properly set up against this. I mean, if I'd gone for the Earthquake there, that would have been half his health gone, which would have maybe been a good idea in hindsight. But the Taunt was, I feel, necessary just in case the Baton Pass was coming. So now is my questionable play, though. I think Rocks, get it on for the Charizard. I know they're important. What I didn't think is he had Aqua Tail. Now, you've just seen how much damage that does to a Gliscor. I'm so glad I survived, but I wish I had clicked Earthquake at that point. I was so stressing. I'm not going to let my Gliscor go down, though. It's got life in it yet. It outspeeds quite a few Pokemon, and I need to get out of there. So I switch out, knowing my Escavalier can eat up a hit. And luckily, and I say lucky, and I apologise, Squirtacular, because it's the only bit of hacks, he does miss with the Aqua Tail. You will see in just a moment's time that how important that was, because this Aqua Tail does connect. It hits over 50%. Now, it was a roll, but he hit it. And I survive, of course, but it becomes a 2-hit KO, and I managed to get an Iron Head off because of it, which does mean that there's a life in this yet. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure that would have wiped through my team and he would have got a 5-0. So Kane does go down after getting the all-important Iron Head, and now I do know my beautiful little Azumarill with the Choice Band can come in, get a priority Aqua Jet off, and it's going to be so close to killing it. It's going to be, I know it's close. And we go for it. And you're damn right, we take it down. Massive, massive threat gone there, and I know my Azumarill can definitely start to sweep teams now. He comes in with the Mew. I'm fearing the burn. I'm thinking I better get out of there, quite simply. So I go into my Espeon thinking it's done a lot of job. In case the knockoff's coming, that'll be the best thing, and it can bounce back a burn to try and neutralize this Mew. He does do a good, obviously good play though. Goes for the defog, knowing I'm going to switch out. Magic Bounce does not affect that at all. Because it affects both players anyway. And I'm thinking at this point, no point going for the Shadow Ball. I've lost my Expert Belt, and he is specially defensive. Get a Wish off. Get a Wish, because I'm going to outspeed. Let this thing go down to the knockoff, and switch in the Gliscor, because that will heal it up, and that is massive, because Gliscor is a big threat. And that's exactly what happens. He does take it down with the knockoff. Espeon, oh, bloody little Gritty. It was supposed to be Sylar, which is Gabriel Grey, or Jean Grey. I wasn't sure, but I called it Grey because it makes the most sense, just for the name there. So Mussolini is almost back up to full health, but my Gliscor can come in, and it can feint the Taunt, because that doesn't want to take a Taunt. But I don't pack the Taunt for this moment. I go for the Tailwind. Setting up, because I know my Azumarill can come in and outspeed everything. I've got the EVs to do so. I know this guy can get an Earthquake off on the Charizard and do a massive chunk of damage, including to the Nidoking as well. So the Frostlass isn't going to want to take it, and I outspeed everything. And I can take hits from the Charizard too if he wants to go for him. So of course he does Mega Evolve there, and it's just beautiful. I go for the Earthquake, we do a massive chunk of damage. I wish I had taken Rock damage before it because we would have absolutely destroyed this and KO'd it. Body packs a Hidden Power Ice. For some reason didn't see it coming and my Gliscor does go down. It's done a hell of a lot of work though. We've got 2 turns left of Tailwind, and you know what? Sacrificing that was perfectly fine. I bring in the Azumarill knowing I'm going to scare this thing out. So I make a play, I go for the knockoff, hoping to see Mew or Frostlass, and he does just that. Frostlass comes in, I love the little guy, the mascot. It does no work against me, and I'm happy with that. Frostlass is on my team because we end up OHKOing it with the knockoff. Can't say any better than that. We're choice banded. He comes in with the Mew, which I thought was a choice play. We go for the knockoff again, and Mew is not living a choice band knockoff from a huge power Azumarill. And as you see, he doesn't. He wanted to get the burn off quite clearly, but that was never happening with the choice band knockoff, and we do take him down. We outspeeded because of the Tailwind, but that is petered out now, and Nidoking's going to come in. I'm binded into knockoff. I want to get out of there because I know an Aqua Jet can kill this thing. So I switch out, predicting the Sludge Wave and go into Easy Bake Oven. What to do? Sludge Wave, unless I get poisoned, which would have sucked. I know I'm going to eat that up, and I know that I can kill anything now pretty much because I'm going to do a massive chunk of damage, and we had like a 6% chance to OHKO that Nidoking with an Overheat, and Charizard is not living an Overheat either. So we get the Overheat off. We do take down the Charizard, and at this point I'm cruising because I know my Azumarill can just clean up. The only thing he's got to do now is come in with Nidoking and hope he can live attacks and smash through. What I didn't think, because I still wanted to get an Overheat off and do a little bit chunk of damage to this, he's got the Sucker Punch. He goes to the Sucker Punch, kills my Rotom, gets it out of the way, and now of course he's full health. And he can live, well, just a little bit off full health because of the Life Orb, and it's possible he can live the Aqua Jet, but it's a roll. And choice banded Aqua Jet from an Azumarill, I'm sorry, but as you'll see, no chance he's living that. No chance in how this Aqua Jet is going to smash through. Azumarill choice banded, for God's sake. It's so goddamn good. And an Aqua Jet, I already calced it. I made sure before I even came into the battle, of course, from my team preview, you'll see that the Aqua Jet was going to be so important to the Nidoking because I always needed to outspeed. And also, the Azumarill had speed EVs, so that if a Tailwind was up, it would outspeed everything on his team. That was the plan, except from possibly Raikou if he bought it. But I always wanted to do that, and the main Pokemon to outspeed was always going to be that Nidoking, which we do end up doing, which is a beautiful thing, and we didn't need the Tailwind for it. But I'm glad to see the Gliscor with Tailwind was putting in some goddamn work. It was ace. And we do start off. I wish you could have seen my reactions live, and I've tried to get them intermittent throughout this video with like little reactions of what I was actually like from the recording, because my mic and stuff recorded. But honestly, I was in euphoria after that battle. I was so hyped. And I know Josh was a little bit salty. Squirtacular was salty, and I can completely understand it. It's not exactly my fault that I got a little bit hacks with the Aqua Tail look, but it's 90%. And to be fair, if I'd shown you the live, I was sitting there thinking, if he goes for Aqua Tail, it's 90%. I know at some point it's going to miss, or I was at least was praying on it missing. And it missed, to be fair, at a bad time for him, at the right time for me, because it meant my Escavalier could definitely smash home. Otherwise, this victory would have been definitely not on my side, and Scolipede would have been top of the rankings. But as it stands, we do go into this with 1-0. We are up on this. We're up. And I'm hella excited about it. My Azumarill is sitting on 4 kills, no deaths. We're going for the trophy. Don't think I'll get it, but I'm definitely going for it. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this, please show some love to that like button below this video, and don't forget to check out all the other channels that are taking part in the TBU, and also check out the TBU Twitter and the channel. All the links to all that will be in the description for you to peruse and to enjoy. But above all of that, though, guys, have yourselves a damn fine day. I am loving life. I'm loving every second of it. I'll see you next time.